Hello everyone, it's Dylan from Yugioh Everything, and welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! VRains video. This time, we will be going over the first batch of summaries, a small batch of summaries for Season 3, Episode 105. The summary and cast list has just come out, along with a very brief summary of Episode 106. And boy oh boy, we have some interesting stuff going on. We have a new character on the cast list, we have some confirmed actions being done by I in terms of what his motivations could actually be, and we have our first tag duel coming up. It seems like it's going to be a 2-on-1, so not a pure 2 versus 2 tag duel, but I did not think we were going to get tag duels in VRains, so that's really awesome, and it's probably not the tag duel that a lot of you guys are assuming it will be. So without further ado, we are going to get into it. If you do not want any spoilers, though, now is your chance to click off this video. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Episode 105, Counterattack. Remember, episode 104, which is airing tomorrow, it's airing Wednesday, is going to be I versus Queen. So 105 summary. I launched an attack against Queen. In order to steal the code necessary to infiltrate Soul's system, I sent an advanced warning to Akira. Playmaker is filled with conflicting emotions after learning that I has started attacking humans. Meanwhile, Revolver sets up an anti-Ignis AI known as Pandora and heads off to fight against I. So, Pandora, I believe, is going to be this android, the green android that we see at the end, the android that seems to be in the Knight of Hanoi base. You can see the black with the green lines. That was kind of foreshadowed to us, and I picked up on that immediately, as I know a few people did, and it seems like that is going to probably be a little bit of good foreshadowing where this character is going to be fighting for the Knight. So all the theories that this was Queen, I speculated that maybe I was going to turn Queen into this character, very similarly to how Queen made Earth and Go one character, one being, was not correct. It does now. It's not confirmed that this is Pandora. It also could be spelled Pandora with an E at the end, as DMC, big thank you to him for translating, notes that it's also possible this name is supposed to be Pandora, which is the French spelling for Pandora. So we will see, but that's going to be really cool that there might actually be a rivalry between I and this Ignis, or this AI known as Pandora, even though I think it's hilarious that Revolver, a little hypocritical from his part, that he is so against Ignis, so against artificial intelligence, yet he is setting up an artificial intelligence program to defeat more artificial intelligence. Now, maybe his rationale will be, well, I created this, Pandora does not have free will, that's why Pandora's not dangerous or a threat to humanity, or I don't view her that way, something along those lines. But that, I think, is hilarious, and I love this summary. I love how Playmaker, and we should see some inner turmoil within Playmaker when he hears that I is going after humans, that I has attacked Queen, that I is sending an advanced warning, whatever that means, to Akira. We should see some mixed emotions and turmoil, but from Revolver's point of view, Revolver has nothing to debate. Revolver is just going to immediately go after I the second he hears that I is still alive, and is furthermore attacking the human race. So I love that, and while Playmaker is going to have to battle some demons here, Revolver full speed ahead, right on the gas pedal, going after I. Here are the characters that will be speaking: Yusaku, Homura, Kusanagi, Ryoken, I, Robapi, Akira, Aoi, Blood Shepherd, Ghost Girl, Go, he's back, Hayami, Naoki, he's back, and Pandora, and extras. And what I love about I in this case too, as he is trying to take over Soul Technologies, the reason there we don't know, even though it does seem like he is going to be going after humans. The initial summary for this episode, by the way, was a lot briefer. It was I has started attacking humans. Revolver installs an anti-Ignis program known as Pandora, and it heads off to fight against I. That was the initial summary, so it just said I attacks humans. He's attacking Queen. He's sending out a warning to Akira. I guess it's not confirmed here that his main goal is to attack all humans and attack the human race, but once it is confirmed to Revolver and Playmaker that I has attacked and maybe destroyed Queen, the top executive of Soul Tech, and clearly his motivations are not going to be one that Revolver and Playmaker and those characters see aligning with their goals and wants and needs, then maybe that's what's going to lead to the conflict. It might not be that Ai is trying to destroy humans, or maybe he is. There's still not enough confirmation here for me to say one way or another, but I do love from Ai's perspective that he is a character that knows everything, because he was in the fray and on the good side for the first 102 episodes. He knows that Akira is the head security officer at Soltech, so he knows that he can maybe send a warning to Akira to either scare him or get him to do something. Maybe he can threaten his sister to get Akira to do something that he wants, or maybe he's sending a warning to Akira to say, get out of Soul Technologies, I respect you, I consider us allies, I'm giving you a chance to get out, unlike the rest of the people that work for Soul Tech. Could be something along those lines as well. I also knows that the Knight of Hanoi spy is looming within Soul Technologies. Now, the fact that it's not going to be Queen, most likely, it's probably not going to be Akira, could be Hayami. We thought that maybe it was going to be that character in the preview or in the opening, but it looks like that character is going to be Pandora, and the basis for that was that it was in the Knight of Hanoi base, so the speculation was that this character, whoever it was going to go to the Knights of Hanoi and was going to be the informant, if you will. That's probably not going to be the case, because that's going to be a brand new character. So Ai knows everything that we as a viewer know, because he's the secondary protagonist. So I think that aspect of it is incredible. Now we have episode 106, which is a very, very short summary, and it's a duel that I did not really expect, although the opening 100% foreshadowed it. It low-key foreshadowed it. Episode 106, Fight On, Robopi. Blood Shepherd and Ghost Girl encounter Robopi. They then start a tag duel. The second the chorus hits, we see Robopi. She directs her two monsters downwards towards Ghost Girl and Blood Shepherd. Now, because of the way that scene was shot and animated, I figured that it wasn't in direct correlation of one another, because they show a bunch of different duelists, right? They show Robopi sending her monsters, then it seems like it's a new scene where Ghost Girl and Blood Shepherd are hanging out and riding together. Then it shows another scene with the same background of Soul Burner, Revolver, and Go. So I thought, based on that, it was like, oh, they're just showing off all the other duelists and their monsters. That's really cool. But low-key, they were kind of foreshadowing this duel. So it's going to be our first tag duel. If you told me our first tag duel was coming up in VRains, I would have guessed the Zizens, which is why in the beginning I said it might not be the team you're thinking of. But it is really cool that Blood Shepherd and Ghost Girl are getting together. Now, a concern I have, a major concern I have, is based on the episode title, Fight On, Robopi. I do actually believe, and my initial thoughts are leaning towards a Robopi victory, which would maybe annihilate Blood Shepherd and Ghost Girl's character. Alright, that might be a little bit of an overreaction, but it definitely would not be good for either of those characters. Of course, it's Robopi's first duel, and my assumption for Robopi was that she was going to be a bit of a comic relief character, a comedic relief character, a bit of a joke character. Maybe that's not what they have in mind for her. Maybe she will be this really like jokey but twisted kind of person in human form, and Blood Shepherd and Ghost Girl are going to be the first two to be made an example by her. It's hard to say, because we haven't seen her speak, we haven't seen her mannerisms, we don't know what her motivations in this are, besides probably just to support Ai. But if Robopi double teams and defeats Blood Shepherd and Ghost Girl at the same time, that would really, really tip the power scales, especially negatively for Blood Shepherd and Ghost Girl. And just the way that the title is written makes me, again, very concerned that Robopi is actually going to defeat Ghost Girl and Blood Shepherd in a disadvantaged 2-on-1 duel, and I don't really love that. But I'm not going to comment too heavily on that yet, because it's very early, it's very preliminary, and in episode 107, or maybe in this episode, Blood Shepherd or Ghost Girl will defeat Robopi. Maybe Robopi will defeat Blood Shepherd, and then Ghost Girl will get the win, or vice versa. I wouldn't mind something like that. Either way, it's the motivation for Blood Shepherd to go after Robopi once he finds out that she is an artificial intelligence program with free will, or with advanced will. Then Blood Shepherd immediately is going to want to kill her. So there's no emptiness of motivation here for why these two would duel. And Ghost Girl is just going to support her brother. So the motivation is not in question for me. It just seems like it's a very random duel. Don't get me wrong, I'm very excited to see Emma and Dojin team up, and I'm sure Emma is going to use the new Altergeist that she was shown to be using in the opening, which is really exciting. But it's definitely a duel that I did not see coming, and I am excited for it. It's Robapi's first duel. I'm just concerned that they are going to give Robapi a win, considering she should be at a major disadvantage, dueling two very skilled duelists in a 2-on-1 matchup, a disadvantage it should be. So if she does win, that would really tip the power scales here, and it would, I'm afraid, bury, from a dueling perspective, Blood Shepherd and Ghost Girl's character. I've said it many times about Emma. Her character really does not rely on her dueling, because she's a bounty hunter, she's a swooner, that's her character. But Blood Shepherd is a little different. His character, he is a bounty hunter. He's someone who hunts via dueling. A lot of his character and a lot of his development and intimidation relies on his dueling ability. So it would be a little different for him. I don't think his character is as independent and fruitful as Emma's is outside of dueling. So I am a little nervous about that duel. I am a little nervous they are going to bury two characters, maybe 4 episodes into Season 2. Or Season 3, excuse me. But we will see what happens. But yeah, guys, there is a lot of incredible stuff to discuss in these summaries, and I am really excited to discuss them with you, and I am, of course, so pumped to go over episode 104's review in my review tomorrow with you all. A special thank you to my Platinum tier patrons, Alexa Baker, Glen McGookin, Jorge Carrillo, James Rose, Samuel Stark, Thomas Adderley, Horace Maye, Goosey Q, Vincent Van Der Veen, Brian Ford, and Rexkentrix, and to my Diamond tier patrons, Jesse Wood and Garrett Palmer, and to my Egyptian God tier patron, Chris Swan. A huge thank you to everyone who supports me over on Patreon. I cannot tell you how much it helps me out and helps out the channel, and a huge thank you to everyone who just watches these videos, because without you guys, I would not be able to do this. I will talk to you all things Yu-Gi-Oh! VRains down below. Really excited to hear from all of you. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.